Welcome into CBS Sports HQ, presented by Geico. Jeremy St. Louis alongside Jacqueline D'Agostino. ACC Media Days are continuing in Charlotte. Our Danny Cannell is there. He's going to join us later in the program to discuss all things Florida State, of course.
Of course.
But Big Ten Media Days getting underway today, and we thought going in, okay, Big Ten Media Days, but things got a little spicy on Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, spicy is a good way to put it, Jeremy. The most recent controversy brewing in the Big Ten. Michigan could have their head coach, Jim Harbaugh, suspended for the first 4 games of the season potentially, and it all stems from false statements allegedly made to the NCAA. Now, Michigan really trying to take that next step for the program, trying to win a national title. And as they start that quest, there's always a game that is circled on the calendar for Michigan.
Yeah.
And this time around, it is on November 25th against Ohio State. Ohio State taking the podium at Big Ten Media Days today. Although Ohio State has failed to beat Michigan over the last 2 seasons, the Buckeyes will try to claim the Big Ten crown with Kyle McCord at quarterback, along with star wideout Marvin Harrison Jr. There he is. His name is in the mix for Heisman finalists entering this season. Now, only 3 wide receivers have ever won the Heisman. That's Devontae Smith, Desmond Howard, and Tim Brown. You see him there on your screen. Can Marvin Harrison Jr. become the 4th wideout to do it? We'll have to wait and see. A lot of expectations for him. But here's what the odds makers have to say. They have Marvin Harrison Jr., the 10th best odds there, plus 1,800 to win the Heisman Trophy. This is according to Sportsline. The only wideout on the list there, Caleb Williams, Quinn Ewers, Shaden Daniels rounding out the top 3 best odds. Now, Marvin Harrison Jr. sat down with our Dennis Dodd from Big Ten Media Days. Let's take a listen.
Ohio State All-American receiver Marvin Harrison Jr., welcome to Big Ten Media Days. It's going to be a big year for Ohio State. It was a big year last year, maybe not big enough. Do you guys feel like you maybe let one get away against Georgia?
Yeah, we did. I think it came down to a couple plays here and there towards the end of the game. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to play in that 4th quarter.
Right.
I think I could have helped my team out down the stretch. But yeah, I think a couple plays away from we have a totally different story this year.
If you had played, would it have been a different story in
Yes.
the 4th quarter?
Yeah, I think we go on to win that game against Georgia, and I like our chances in the national championship.
What did you learn through that process, being in the playoff, competing for a playoff, getting to the playoff after losing to Michigan? Yeah,
I mean, I kind of that loss to TN North, you kind of think, okay, season's over, probably going to be in a bowl game, don't really know what's going to happen, and then we kind of sneak in at 4, and okay, this is how you want it. You want to go win a national championship, you got to go beat the best in Georgia, defending national champs. So, we knew it was going to be a big game, and kind of came in there with this, just leave it all out there no matter what happens. So, okay, that's kind of our mindset.
All right, you've lost a lot in that receiver room, really the last 2 years, but
Yes.
arguably still the best receiver room in the country. Talk about, Emeka, Julian, your teammates.
Yeah, we're getting better each and every day. I think the biggest thing is we all work very hard. You guys see a lot of the stuff that happens on Saturdays, but you don't really see the behind the scenes, the catches on the seeker, and just continuously getting better and building that relationship on and off the field.
What about the quarterback situation? You're going to be asked about that all day.
Yeah, I am.
Who's leading? Who do you like? And big shoes to fill with
Yes.
CJ.
I think it's kind of next guy up mentality. I think you look after Justin left, we kind of had a quarterback battle there, and then I think it was between 3 guys. And then CJ came in, and he had a great career. So I'm not worried about the quarterback situation. As a receiver, it's my job to make their job easier. So whoever's back there, I'm going to do my best to help them out.
We're going to talk to Coach Day later in the media days, but what have you seen from each? Because we know what they do well. We've read about it. We've seen it. How do you see it?
They're competing.
Yeah.
They kind of know what's at stake right now, and they're competing every day, whether that's on the field, in the weight room, during mat drills, tug of rope against each other. They're competing nonstop, so it's definitely fun to see.
Speaking of those receivers, well, put it to me this way. When the defense double teams you, excuse me, does that give your other guys better chances?
Yes, one-on-one. You can't double team 3 guys out there, so we got 3 receivers all out there that can win their one-on-one. So, the attention's towards me. I have full confidence in Emeka, Julian, Xavier Johnson that they're going to get open and win their one-on-ones. And then, if they're getting double team, like Emeka's in the slot, they allow attention going to him. I know me and Julian one-on-ones on the outside.
in many ways, you grew up right in this building with your dad. You probably are one of the most prepared players in the country for the NFL. How do you keep yourself focused on this year and getting to the next level with his help?
Yeah, I mean, I think, like you said, you just got to focus on this year and kind of take one game at a time. You can never look towards the end of the year or what situations might be going on at the pro level, but just focus on that first week. Indiana, it's going to be a big game going to them on the road. So just kind of keep your mind just focus on the present.
All right, break down Marvin Harrison Jr. What works best against you?
What works best against me?
Yeah.
I don't really have a concrete answer for you. I think I do a lot of things pretty well. I try to be as balanced as a receiver that I can be, where if you take one thing away, I still have other options to go to and be successful in. So then do your best, I would say.
All right, last question, tough question. Given the circumstances, what's most important at Ohio State? Michigan, Big Ten, or CFP?
Team of North. That's where it starts and ends. Team of North. Nothing else matters. Big Ten championship. You probably don't get to the Big Ten championship if you don't beat Team of North. So, and then anomaly last year, you make it to the college football playoffs without beating them, but you got to start with Team of North. Starts there.
You guys talk about it every day, I'm sure, or think about it. What happened in that second half against Michigan? I
think we didn't execute from a player standpoint. Defense kind of let up some big plays. Offense, we couldn't really stay on the field. So, and special teams, we kind of had some miscommunications there too. So, I think all three phases, we didn't really do our best executing in the second half.
Bigger and better.
Yes.
Thanks, Marvin Harrison.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
And for more one-on-one interviews with the big names in college football, make sure you check out Late Kick with Josh Pate. New episodes dropping on Thursdays and Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can find it on YouTube and on the Late Kick with Josh Pate Facebook page.